Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the residential Land and Wave information meeting. I hope you're all well, and I hope you can hear us. I'm joined here by your wonderful teachers. We've got Miss Curtin and Mrs. Ayling here, ready to discuss the trip, answer any questions that you have, and make sure you're feeling confident and ready. If you have questions during the meeting, just pop them in the chat, and we will either field them straight away or we will wait until the end where we will put them in the Q&A. But otherwise, look, away we go. I'll hand over to Miss Curtin.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Very exciting webinar. We always look forward to doing this one, don't we?
Absolutely.
Land and Wave. So this will be my 9th year at Land and Wave, and Mrs. Ayling,
My
fourth. And we keep going back, and there is a reason for that because it is great. It is a special residential. It's the end of year 6. It's the end of an era for the year 6 children. So we're hoping that for anyone that's sat on the fence at the moment, hopefully this will persuade them to come. And for those of you that are well up for it, it will give you some things to really look forward to.
Okay, so Land and Wave, all the activities are set within the natural landscape. So the woodlands, the beaches, the limestone cliffs. So where we stay, kind of in between in terms of the woodlands, and we're about a 10-minute drive to the beach, maybe 15 minutes. Land and Wave only use experienced staff. They are fantastic, all their staff members. They are so friendly, so kind, so helpful, and they just are really there for the children and us, of course. It is run by family and friends. They really do care about their clients and the work that they do. They love all their experiences that they do as well, the activities. Really good at it.
So in terms of location, we will be staying at Purbeck Valley Farm, which is an enclosed field that spans over 2 different fields, actually, with a pretty little bridge with no water underneath. It's just, I don't know why the bridge is there. It's just a dry area with a bridge. And we stay on Camp 5, which is our own field, which is, I've been trying to get that site for so long. And the last year we got it. We've got it again this year. So Purbeck Valley Farm is where we spend 90% of our time. But there are some activities where we have to go off-site. So we go down to Swanage Beach for paddleboarding, sea kayaking and raft building. And bodyboarding. There's a few extras now that they've added on to the Swanage Beach offer. And then we go up to the Jurassic Coast, up to the shoreline and cliff edge for coast steering. We don't often get coast steering in our timetable, which we haven't had completely confirmed yet. But coast steering's a really, really, really good one. And that is just a visual, so you can see how close we are to the coastline.
Okay, so children, in terms of sleeping wise, will be sleeping in a TP tent with up to 5 other children, so maximum 6, and obviously same sex only, so all girls or all boys. It is private enclosed farm, just like Miss Curtin said, in terms of it being managed at the night. There's a night manager. It's obviously secure, it's gates, it's only us on site. In terms of children and other schools, there are obviously other schools on the site, but obviously all managed. Breakfast and evening meal are eaten here, and then our lunch meal is taken out. So obviously if we're at the beach, we'll take it with us just as a lunchtime packed lunch snack. Our evening activities take place here, and it is a short walk to the bushcraft area where we do things like nightline, mini Olympics. What other things do we do? Like campfire.
Yeah, they're the evening activities, aren't they? And then the bushcraft, we also do like fire lighting and things as a daytime activity too. So the accommodation, you can see the tents. There they are, visual for you all. They are really, really spacious. So the more children we can fit in, the warmer they're going to be. So we try to fill the tents to capacity, which is sort of 5 to 6 children. But obviously there are allowances made. There are hot showers and toilet blocks. We have our own, so we don't necessarily have to share them with any other schools, whereas some of the other sites you do have to share. And the showers are hot, they're private, they are clean. And the toilet blocks, again, they are private and they are clean. There's changing areas for wet kit. So there's changing areas for us to get into and out of wet kit, but there are also washing lines. So if you'd like to pack some pegs with your child, they will learn how to hang the washing out. Quite a funny story though, which I will tell you all is one year when it was absolutely hammering down with rain. A few of the children, we'd obviously drummed it into them that if you have wet stuff, make sure you hang it out because there's no other way that it will dry. Well, it's absolutely torrential rain, and about 3 of them are hanging their stuff on the washing line, which we obviously shouted over from our mess tent. No, guys, that's not going to work, which was quite funny. Children will need a warm sleeping bag, and the reason why we underline it is because they need a proper camping sleeping bag. It's not I'm going over for a sleepover and it's sort of like one of those like square sleeping bags, like a child sleeping bag. They need a really warm, proper camping sleeping bag, and they need to pack a pillow as well. And we do that when we do our check-in and we turn the school hall into EasyJet or Heathrow Airport. We do check that you have all of the essentials, but it's just good to have some time to organise and get that sorted because it is very, very important.
Just a little note to add where Ms. Curtin said about hot showers and toilet blocks. Right next to the tents, there is going to be portaloos as well. Should they need to go for a wee in the night time, they can. Obviously, they don't have to go all the way up to the top of the field.
Yeah.
So that's just something else to add extra. These are some of the photos of the activities we do. So we've got raft building, canoeing, kayaking, jumbo paddleboarding, coast steering, abseiling, and firelighting there.
And we've done all of them, some of them, and none of them. Non-swimmers. So basically, the non-swimmers, children who cannot swim 25 meters
in one go
are not able to do coast steering, which I've already said is normally not on our timetable. And they are also not able to do the water park. So we quite often go to a water park, which is like liquid leisure.
Yeah.
But if your child can't swim 25 meters, the water park say they can't take part in that activity. So when I send out all of the online links and you guys do all of your consent forms, be aware that if you say your child can't swim the 25 meters, they won't be able to do the water park. But what they will do is the mud run, which is
right next door,
equally as fun, and we all go to the same place. I mean, I have some excellent videos of some staff members that have been brave enough to do it. But yes, just be aware of that. So if they go to liquid leisure, and it's a favourite of theirs, if you say they can't swim the 25 meters, they won't be able to do it when we go away. But they do get to do the mud run, which is equally as fun.
Meals. So in terms of food, obviously it is quite a strenuous residential, and you need a lot of energy to do it. So obviously food is key. Being ready and fueled in the morning all the way through the day and into the evening is very important. So in terms of meals, Dining Marquee is on site. So a massive marquee for breakfast and dinner, because obviously we did say before you might take a packed lunch out on your trips during the day. In terms of breakfast and dinner, they have an abundance of things. They have sausage baps, bacon baps, cereals,
beans on toast,
egg, scrambled egg,
bacon and cheese croissant turnovers.
Not like the food is the most important, but as you can see, fueling them.
But they also get toast and, did you say cereal?
Yes,
that's there every day, and then they have like a special, don't they?
Yeah. So they are really quite fueled from in the morning. And the same at dinner. They have quite a really good variety, actually, in terms of their menu. They have things like burgers and chips, burritos, lasagna, sometimes pasta, spaghetti with garlic bread. I'm trying to think of all the other dinners that you guys want to know.
Done pretty well.
Basically, a great breakfast and a great dinner. They do also have obviously hot and cold for breakfast options that we've said. Evening meal. They do obviously have a salad bar during the evening meal as well, and the daily packed lunch, which is really good. It's a sandwich with crisps, a piece of fruit,
and a massive wedge of cake.
Yeah, whether it might, or a flapjack maybe, or a brownie, just something else as a little treat. But they are really good, very much so.
And if for any reason your child is, particularly fussy when it comes to food, or there's a certain foods that they don't like, do make us aware. They're very hospitable. Obviously, we have to be realistic about what they can, who and how they cater for us, but they will definitely listen. It can definitely be a conversation. So please don't send your child. Please don't send your child if it's to do with food, because we will get that sorted out.
100%.
Yeah.
So this is just like a sample of the breakfast that they might do. So you can see on Monday overnight. Well, we wouldn't actually have breakfast on Monday because we wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, breakfast rolls. Wednesday, breakfast rolls. Sometimes that'll be sausage rolls or sausage baps. Thursday, the bacon and cheese turnovers that Miss Curtin said about. We do sometimes obviously get waffles and pancakes. That's just kind of a sample that will change.
We did have that on the Friday last year with maple syrup, and there was chocolate
and
sauce.
Nutella. It was lovely.
That was
very
good.
nice.
Yeah.
So that's just a sample menu of breakfast. And the same with dinner. So you can see they'll have the main course, they'll have the side, and they do also get the dessert, which the sticky toffee pudding is fantastic. And actually the chocolate fudge cake is very good as well.
Yeah. Meatball marinara, burrito bar, cowboy casserole, burger bar, pasta bar, and pizzas. Oh, no, not that on Saturday. No pizza slices. But yes. And the sides, garlic bread, broccoli, peas, potato wedges, corn on the cob, jacket potatoes. It is a very carb heavy menu, but there is a reason for that. There's method in the madness. Yeah. So our itinerary, this is just an example, but we will leave Grovelands on the Monday, 9 a.m. sharp, and we will invite the children in from 8:30, which is pretty similar to what time we'd invite them in anyway, just 5 minutes earlier. They would meet everybody in the main hall where there will be group sheets up on the windows outside, so you know exactly which adult is checking your child in. That is when you'll give them all of the medication and any forms that need to be signed to allow us to administer that medication. So when we get there, we'll have our lunch. We'll have a packed lunch first day. So you will be providing the lunch on the Monday. And when we get there, we'll have an afternoon activity. And that's normally something on site or a good walk after we've been sitting down for a duration of time. Day 2 is a full day, morning activity, afternoon activity with lunch in the middle. One thing that both myself and Mrs. Ailing really like about Land and Wave, and one of the reasons why we have been a long-standing customer of theirs, is because in the morning and in the afternoon, they do that activity for 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, inclusive of travel and getting all the protective kit on. And that's because they really master that skill. So PGL in year 4, it's a bit of a taster. They have a little, half hour, couple of goes. Whereas Land and Wave is mastering that and really having a long duration of time to have a go at that activity. So it could be kayaking in the morning, down on the beach. We'll have lunch on the beach, praying for sunshine. And then in the afternoon, we'd be still on the beach. You might do jumbo paddleboarding. So we would amalgamate the beach day and we'll be down on the beach all day. Bushcraft is another day where we spend the whole day in the forest. They play hide and seek.
Which is great fun.
The bushcraft is always a beach day, bushcraft day, actually, and the water park day. Yeah. Every day is one they look forward to. But there's just an itinerary sample that you can have a look through. That's not our itinerary, but it'll be very, very similar.
So arrangements, obviously, just like Ms. Curtin said, we will obviously be leaving on the Monday at 9 o'clock. We will be travelling by coach, hopefully all together. We have had, obviously, in bulge years where we've had an extra coach, but hopefully this year we'll be all together. There will be 4 to 5 staff adults. Both class teachers, myself and Ms. Curtin, will be attending. The kit list, which we will provide, there are some photos in a second on this slideshow, but we will give you a copy of that by email, and I think we will probably print it and send it home as well, just to kind of get you organised, and you can start doing that anytime from today, really. We could send that out.
Yeah.
There is a very strict rule, no electronics, including obviously mobile phones, and that does include cameras as well. Obviously for safeguarding reasons, you can imagine why. So please refrain from packing any electronic games or mobile phones.
Also, another story, I could write a book actually. Another story is...
How are you going to say the alarm clock?
The alarm clock. So a parent felt they were doing giving it a bit of a favour, get their child up nice and early in the morning, sent them with an alarm clock. 3 a.m. Miss Curtin, am I hearing things? Anyway, there was 4 girls outside my tent at 3 a.m. crying, saying that they could hear noises in the tent and they didn't know what it was. So I said, okay, don't panic. Let's go and investigate. So off we go to the tent. And I'm there with my head torch on, looking like a real pro at this camping malarkey. And into the tent I go, and I can just hear this noise going, roar! And I was like, what is that noise, girls? Like, we don't know. Anyway, after a lot of looking around and homing in on that noise, it was a
dinosaur alarm.
No, it was a Dr. Little alarm clock. It's like the post box that he gets into where he goes, or is it like a phone box? What's it called?
I can't think.
Doesn't matter anyway. But yes, it was this very helpful alarm clock that didn't need to come because the sunshine, funnily enough, wakes the children up most of the time about 4:30 in the morning. So we certainly don't need alarm clocks, but it was funny and we did laugh about it. And when I handed the alarm clock back, she was very apologetic. But it'll be something that lives with me for a while because
it was actually that Miss Curtin couldn't turn the alarm clock off. We had to take the batteries out and
I had to take it back to my tent,
try to find
and bury it under my clothes, and then take the alarm.
Anyway, let's move on.
Sorry. We digress. So yes, no electronics, please. So this is the kit list. Everything on the list has been trialed and tested. Please make sure that they have it. There are some things in bold. There are some things highlighted. We've even done how big the luggage should be, because although we're not getting on an aeroplane, there's no weight limit, your child will need to carry their own suitcase because we also have our own suitcases to carry. Now, sometimes we can get a little sneaky lift down to our site, but that's not always guaranteed, so we will have to pull our own. So please don't pack them with anything they cannot carry themselves. That's number one cardinal rule.
They're also going to be carrying their sleeping bag and their pillow, unless, of course, you can fit it all into the suitcase, which is recommended if you can do that. So that's something else to think about, less than dropping it on.
And the other thing is snacks. Obviously, everyone loves a snack, and there's no kitchen fridge to nip off to if we didn't quite get a full belly at dinner time. So yes, children can bring snacks. That is fine. We do say no nuts, obviously. That is the cardinal rule across the whole of Grosvenor and most schools in the country because of nut allergies. However, also really sugary sweets, sticky ones, aren't always the best because of ants and other insects. So yes, bring snacks, biscuits, crisps, whatever, to be honest. It's a holiday. They're coming to have a good time and have a laugh with their friends. But just be mindful of maybe just thinking about implications of some, i.e. sticky ones.
So we've said we're leaving school at 9 a.m. Oh, so we'll leave from Waterside Drive. Any help loading?
Yeah.
This is something that we would love help with every single year.
We plug it every year.
When we get on the coach and when we get back on Friday, exhausted. But please, if you do have just 10 minutes at 9 o'clock, obviously to say goodbye to your lovely little ones, but also to potentially help us get the suitcases on the coach, we would be very grateful, as would the coach driver. We will arrive back to school at 4 p.m. on Friday, give or take the traffic. It's never normally been later than 4,
no, but I will be texting Mr. Tuck to make, and he can give updates.
Medicine, we have said before, this is really important. The medicine cannot travel with the child. It needs to go to the school staff member that is in charge of them.
Even travel sickness.
So just anything that is medicinal, they need to be with the member of staff. And like Miss Curtin said, the form will be there, which clearly will state their name, the dosage, when they're meant to have it, etc., and you will sign that for us so we can make that dosage to them. All contact through the school. Miss Curtin will have the school mobile and make sure, if needed, we will contact you if we need you. And in terms of emergencies and, of course, travel, even on the way there and on the way back. We will give you little updates throughout the day. I think we do two.
One in the morning, one in the evening.
Yeah. And the online form, which will be coming out to you relatively quite soon. Please just ensure that any medical and dietary information is on there. No matter how big or small you think it is, more so small, please just add it on there, because we are taking our little ones away and we would like to have all the information that we need to keep them safe from Monday to Friday.
Any questions?
Okay, so at this point, I've stopped sharing the screen. If anyone wishes to unmute themselves, there is nothing in the chat. So if anyone would like to ask a question, please feel free to do so.
Something that I've just thought about as well, actually.
Yeah, so yes, you can choose who you're with. We're going to send out a parent pack, and in that parent pack, there's an accommodation slip, and you can choose 2 people, and we promise you 1. We normally do a pretty good job, and we get you with both the people you like, but that's what we do our best, but we promise you 1 of those people.
Hi.
Great. Thank you for that question. Are there any other questions? In which case, look, if you think of anything, then your teachers will be very happy to answer those questions as they come up. And no matter how small, if there's a little worry or concern, just let us know. They are very likely to know the answer. We hope that nobody will get bitten, but all of the risk assessments are in place to make sure that the trip is very safe. So look, thank you very much for joining the meeting today. And thank you very much to Miss Curtin and Mrs. Ayling for that wonderful presentation. And we will see you all soon.
Thank you. Bye.